Hi guys, I hope you're well. In this video I wanted to discuss the importance of not getting caught up in the minor details and focus more on the broader, bigger picture principles that will ultimately have the biggest impact on your progress. So I'm going to discuss some of the key principles within the fat loss phase and then also the muscle building phase. Now the principles I'm going to talk about you've probably already heard before, but the key is to focus on implementing these over a chronic period of time. If you do that over a long period of time, you will get results, as opposed to doing what most people typically do and they focus on the minor details: supplementation, nutrient timing, carbohydrate type, focusing on the next best, greatest training program that's supposed to increase testosterone. All these little things that are minor detail, all that absolute nonsense. So I'm going to focus on these key principles, and if you just focus on these and implement them over a chronic period of time, you'll get results. So fat loss, the key principles we need to be implementing are obviously firstly the energy deficit. We must be burning more calories than we're consuming. We achieve that via manipulating calories and or expenditure from increasing cardio over time. In addition to that, we focus on having weight training as the foundation of our routine to maintain as much muscle mass within the fat loss phase. So weight training comes first, and then we're creating that deficit via decreasing calories and or increasing expenditure over time. Now in addition to that, making sure that you've got sufficient protein to help to preserve lean muscle mass. And then one of the key foundational principles you need to understand is you need to essentially manipulate your calories and or cardio when you reach a plateau. Appreciate that plateaus are normal within the fat loss phase, and that's ultimately your cue to make a change to calories or cardio. Weight training will stay constant. So those are those broad principles for the fat loss phase. We've obviously got the energy deficit. Weight training is the foundation of our routine, using cardio and calories to create the energy deficit and sufficient protein, and then appreciating plateaus are normal. That's your cue to make a change. Now within the muscle building phase, we have some similar principles but the opposite. So for example, instead of being an energy deficit, we need to be in an energy surplus. We need to be consuming more calories than we're burning within the muscle building phase to continually build muscle. Again, we're obviously having weight training as the foundation of your routine, and then the key principle I want you to focus on is increasing volume over time. So volume is the biggest determining factor for influencing muscle growth, which is sets times reps times load. But in short, it's doing more total work over time. And this sounds complex, but the simplest way to do it with your current training program is to simply just get stronger within the rep ranges you're currently doing, because load is part of that equation. If you're doing the same sets and reps but loads going up, then volume will be going up by default. Again, having obviously sufficient protein. So those are the key principles in the muscle building phase. Weight training is the foundation of your routine, sufficient protein, energy surplus, and focusing on increasing volume over time. So hopefully that's been useful. Start implementing these key fundamental principles in the fat loss phase and the muscle building phase, and try not to get caught up in a lot of the minor details which most people typically like to focus on. So thank you very much for watching. Like the video, I've enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.